Tonight we will be talking to actors Ruth Negga, Joel Edgerton, director Jeff Nichols, and the film curator of the museum. So tell me, what led you to take on this film?
Well, I was originally approached by Nancy Bursky and two of the other producers with Nancy's documentary, The Loving Story. And that was in 2012. And that was the first time I ever heard about Richard and Mildred. And that's too late. That's too late in my life to know this story. I think this is a story that needs to be on the lips of every American. I think without hyperbole, I can say that this is one of the greatest love stories in American history. And we need to know about it. We especially need to know about it right now. And when I watched that documentary, I saw two people that didn't have an agenda. They didn't want to make you feel something. They didn't want to make me feel something. They were feeling something for themselves. And that's a beautiful reminder at what's at the center of all these conversations that we're having.
I want to put the kitchen right back here.
Richard, stop this. I don't know what you're saying.
I bought it. This whole acre. I'm gonna build you a house. Right here.
So what impact do you hope that it has on our community and our world?
I think that this story has a tremendous opportunity to open up conversations, to really allow people to understand that, equality, the ability to be able to love and to live your life in a way that is honoring yourself and your values is critical. It's part of the sort of American way, and I think that this is one of the tremendous impacts that this film will have on people who watch it and have the pleasure of watching it.
Is there anything you'd like me to say to them? And by them, I mean the Supreme Court Justices of the United States?
Yeah. And tell the judge. Tell the judge I love my wife.
Tell me how it was being a part of such a powerful film.
Look, it feels like I've been given one of the greatest privileges of my life so far to be in this movie. I'd never heard about Richard and Mildred before, and Jeff was the one that first put me onto them. And I was like, well, okay, I'm Australian. Of course I don't know about this. And I was shocked to know about how few people in America knew about this story. Law students, yes. People whose parents were in an interracial marriage, yes, but the average American didn't know about something that was so significant on the timeline of civil rights, the civil rights tapestry and change in this country. So I was shocked, but I mean, it was such a privilege to think that I could be a part with Ruth of putting their story back on that timeline.
This is the most important film project I've ever been involved in, and it's such a joy to talk about because this is a couple who until now haven't been that well known, and I feel like we're part of the process of introducing them to a lot of the world who are not familiar with them, and I'm so excited about that because they are a couple that not only America should be proud of, but the world should be proud of.
You go to the Virginia State Court next, right?
Yes.
You nervous?
I suppose. The lawyers told us not to expect much.
You think you'll lose?
Well, yes. But I think it's all right. We may lose the small battles, but win the big war.
What do you hope that people take away from the film?
I really do hope people take away empathy, compassion, knowing that behind all these things, when you say, oh, I don't agree with that, think about who's behind that, the human faces behind your beliefs.
I hope that they get an empathetic walk into other people's shoes and start to examine where judgment exists for them and how to reconfigure that.
We just wrapped up an interview with the cast and crew of the film Lovin'. It comes out in theaters on November 11th. This is Sandra Nyanchoka reporting from Washington, D.C.